It is officially the final third of the NBA season before we get into the NBA playoffs. And what I want to show you guys right away is this score right here, 28-15 going into the second quarter. As we all know, the Miami Heat are one of the most explosive second half, but most importantly, playoff teams that I have ever seen. In this video, I want to break down why the Miami Heat are the NBA's worst nightmare once again this season. Miami Heat are currently 7-1 in their last 8 games, completely turning around their season from their slow start, beating Orlando, San Antonio, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, New Orleans, Sacramento, and even having a big comeback win last night versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Heading into the second half of this game, the Miami Heat cut the 13-point lead down to 10, but this is where the comeback began. In the third quarter, the Miami Heat outscored Portland 34-20, and it all started with this play right here. Now, what we're going to get here is a screen over here by Nikola Jovic. We're going to force a switch, Jimmy Butler onto Anthony Simons. Now, what that does is get a little bit of, defensive versatility in Jeremy Grant off of these two guys here, and Jimmy Butler and Duncan Robinson. So, boom. As of right now, we're going to get a handoff here to Duncan. We're going to get a quick screen here on this defender, giving Duncan just enough space to light it up, put it up, and get it to go from downtown. This was the start of the massive comeback. But the scariest thing about Miami is their defensive intensity. On this play, we're going to see Jeremy Grant coming up here to set a screen on Terry Rozier, but then you're going to see Jimmy Butler overcommit to the right side, the ball handler side of Anthony Simons, and he's going to easily just pickpocket him, get it to go, and then we're going to be on a fast break. Jimmy Butler with nothing but open floor ahead of him for a wide open dunk, and just like that, it is 56-54, 2 minutes into the third quarter. Now here we go. This was one of my favorite plays of the day by the Miami Heat. What we're going to see here is some good ball movement, right? Terry Rozier over to Duncan Robinson. Now at this point in time, the Trailblazers do a very good job at running Duncan off the three-point line, driving him into the paint where he's not too successful in terms of finishing around the basket. But in this case scenario, your strong side defense of the corner collapses into the paint and, forces Duncan to not be able to take an easy layup at the rim. So what does he do? He waits until Bam Adebayo drives in with him. What that does is take this defender out of the play to contest the corner three, kicks out to Nikola Jovic, who gets a wide open, he takes a couple of seconds as well to just get his form ready, puts up a three, and gets it to go. Nikola Jovic is another guy I am extremely high on, and he's going to be a big reason why this Heat team continues to be a good team in the future as well. And here we go, an icing on the cake for the end of the third quarter. Jimmy Butler versus basically the entirety of the Portland Trail Blazers defense just drives right into the lane. 4 guys surrounding him. Nobody wants to go up and contest Jimmy Butler as he throws it down, gets it to go, and gets a 6-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Now here we go. In a game where Tyler Hero was out and the Heat are starting to put games together, put some wins together, Terry Rozier has been a major, I guess you could say a perfect fit at this point, right? With no Tyler Hero, this is the guy they go to when they need an isolation basket. About 10 seconds here on the shot clock. We're going to get T-Row versus Jeremy Grant. Now, Jeremy Grant is such a good defender, probably the best defender outside of Matisse Thybulle on this Trailblazers team right now. But, Terry Rozier says, I don't really care, right? Drives right, puts that pivot foot down, lets Jeremy Grant slide back to left, step back, fade away mid-range, gets it to go, well like water. I mean, this dude, Terry Rozier, is absolutely insane. And at this point, Miami up by 8 here, late into the fourth quarter, and they continue to just pile it on here late. This is what Miami will do to you. They'll kind of, just swing past the first couple of quarters. Third quarter, they'll pick it up, make their major comeback, and then the fourth, they'll look like the best team in the NBA. And that's exactly what they did here again here today. Jaime, wide open, good extra pass there by Bam Adebayo. Gets it to go from downtown, and they just continue to make game-winning passes, game-winning plays each and every single night out here. Another thing about Miami, man, they're just deep, right? We talked a little bit about Terry Rozier. We talked about Duncan Robinson and Bam and Jimmy Butler. But then you look at a guy who absolutely broke out in the playoffs last year, especially versus Boston. Catches it here, pump fakes, gets his guy leaning to the right, drives left, sidestep three in the corner. I mean, Caleb Martin is a guy that can go absolutely berserk in a game as well, and it just makes them that more dangerous, that much more dangerous. This team is overpowered, and they're continuing to show why they should be contenders this season. And I think a lot of teams in the NBA, including the Celtics, including a lot of fans around the world, are sleeping on the Miami Heat. But I don't think you should anymore. And then from there, you look at another guy they picked up at the trade deadline, biomarking DeLon Wright. Look at him here driving into the lane, drawing in 4 defenders here, a square of defenders, kicks it out to the corner. Haywood Highsmith buys him enough time to put up a 3 in the corner and gets it to go. Just another high IQ basketball player here for the Miami Heat. And defensively, he's not bad as well, right? Malik Monk, top of the key, drives right, draws in 4 defenders. Monk trying to kick it back out to the top of the key, and DeLon Wright plays exactly where he needs to play, plays the passing lanes, and now we got a fast break opportunity for DeLon Wright. Too quick for Domantas Sabonis, gets into the lane for a wide open left-handed layup. I mean, listen, I'm telling you guys right now, the combination of Bam and Jimmy and Nikola Jovic and Terry Rozier and all of these guys here, right? Duncan Robinson, Kevin Love, Caleb Martin, Jaime, Tyler Hero. This team is so deep, I don't think anybody is really paying attention to how deep this team really is. And I feel like, as of right now, maybe they're not the favorites to come out the East, but I'm telling you right now, they're might be better than the Bucks, and they're right there, or could be right there with the Celtics. You saw what they did last year. The Celtics obviously got better this offseason with adding Kristaps and Drew Holiday, but at the end of the day, you just stop sleeping on the Miami Heat, the most fierce team in the NBA, adding DeLon Wright, adding Terry Rozier, bringing in Jaime, who looks like he could be an absolute stud as well. This team is about, they're really close. They're really, really close to not only making it to the finals once again, but maybe even winning it all this season. DeLon Wright drives into the lane here again, draws in 3 defenders, kicks out to the corner. Look at that no-look pass, right? So he drives into the lane. You see this a lot in the NFL with the guys like Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen, right? When you look one way, right, he starts to look right, you drive defenders that way. You see how Sabonis thinks he's going this way, so now he's outstretching this arm this way in that direction. Now he's turning this way because he thinks the ball is going that way, but in reality, wide open corner 3. Highsmith once again gets another opportunity to drain another one, and he does. Guys, with that being said, do me a big favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, it's free, it doesn't cost anything, and comment down below, who do you think is the biggest threat to the Miami Heat this season? With them starting to really, heat up, no pun intended, they are one of the most fierce teams in the NBA, and quite frankly, probably the NBA's worst nightmare when they're on fire. Again, no pun intended. They're doing a very good job bringing guys in here. Jaime, Nikola Jovic, DeLon Wright, Terry Rozier, right? They've done an excellent job bringing in more talent to surround these guys. I think they're here, man. I think they're here, and this could be the season they finally get over the hump. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.